So this place is locked, huh?
Yeah.
Can't even get in?
No.
We can break it if you want. I can figure it out.
I guess this makes it earlier because it's a plane flight and we went east, so the sun sets earlier here than it does in Maui.
Almost capitalized lattes, but
Yeah.
well, he always sees me. Well, I'm glad you caught it though.
I don't know.
I honestly figured, okay, even if he got the wrong drink, he probably wouldn't even realize it, even if they gave it to him in the paper cup. I bet you he wouldn't even realize it.
Yeah, so I reread it and I go, and he goes, no, it's different. He was really kind, and that's probably why this got screwed up, because he redid it.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
He now didn't have the instructions for
Right.
drink.
Yeah.
He didn't remember to
Right.
the 2 pumps, because this definitely has 6, and it tastes like candy.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
But that's how I used to drink them anyways. But it just, my mouth, I'm not used to sweet coffee drinks anymore. Because I'm weaning myself off of them.
Yeah.
I mean, this has like 2,000 calories in it.
Right. Well, at least the hike we're doing is pretty.
Exactly.
It's pretty hefty. Part way up. Wow, you can see deep in the valley now.
What's the question?
So tell the story about
I'm eating your food.
Oh. We are at this Mexican restaurant. We got here in the last minute after finishing up the hike. Check this out right here. I just happened to walk past it.
Oh, that's hot. That's Disneyland. I love this. This isn't carbon dioxide. This is just like.
This is the rain. You know the rain that's been falling?
It's just steam vents.
Yeah, what it is the rain gets in there.
Yeah, and it makes that hot rocks and creates steam.
Yeah.
I really can't smell anything.
No, it's just... Oh my fucking God. That is, you talked about my skinned elbow. That is just like, have you seen them?
I know what they look like.
Okay, they're like, it's Dr. Seuss.
It's what happens when I get like stung by mosquitoes that I'm not familiar. Like mosquitoes where I live don't bother me anymore. But when I come to a different area or a different type of insect, that's what happens.
Wow.
They just mostly itch because I've been itching them. That's why they're all swollen.
Why don't you take the keys? That way I can get started and you can lock the doors.
Just wait.
Okay. You're gonna get ahead of me anyway. You're the one rushing me 20 minutes ago.
I wasn't rushing you.
You're like, what's going on?
Well, you're like just walking around. Like,
Well, it's
you know, like you do at home when you're in a rush. You're like, pick up something, put it over here.
I am. I was just impressed with him. He was saying he was pretty good.
I really didn't think I had.
Yeah.
Turn around, my body says it can't handle it anymore. But it was strange because as hard as it's difficult, this was difficult as the time was. I felt the strength in my legs. That was amazing.
Good.
That was truly amazing. Like I said, I'm just amazed that I made it.
Well, no, there was a certain point that I was like, wondering if you would, and then at a certain point, like I kept looking ahead, and I was like, oh, is he going to turn back, or is the ranger going to tell me you were having trouble? Did the rangers even check in with you? Okay, good.
Yeah, several of them did. How are things?
Same here.
Pretty good.
Yeah, they said, I finally asked, I'm like, do I look like I'm really struggling here? And they go, no, we just like to check with people to make sure they're coherent.
That's what I figured they were doing. To me, a beach is a beach. All beaches are nice.
No, this one's exceptional, just the way it's... Well, you wouldn't say that about...
Most beaches are nice.
Kind of poly.
There's some ugly beaches, though.
Yeah.
They're polluted. I'm not talking about Southern California beaches.
Hi, I'm Mike. Mike.
How you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
This is my daughter, Brandy. My grandkids.
When I first met him, he was just never said a word. You know, he was always quiet.
Oh wow,
Just
that's
taking
a side
in.
of him I've never known.
Yeah, so you can project a lot onto a person who's quiet and is just observing.
Yeah.
And then I got to know him over time. I'm like, oh my God, he's in there. His brain's always working, always calculating, always thinking.
Well, I think with you, sometimes you make quick judgments.
Yeah, I do.
So when you first met me, you know, I was the guy who was behind everyone else like this, just observing.
Right, well, yeah.
Taking
Well,
it all in, trying to find out who was who in the group I was hiking with. And even then, I wait like a couple of days before I start coming out. And then when I came out, I came out.
Well, I remember the first time I heard him talk, there was Irene. Because he was always quiet. There was this woman he met. This is before we even became good friends. And there was this one woman, and I just heard him yakking all the way up and all the way down on the hike.
Every week. All the way up the mountain, all the way back down.
I was like, wow, then I saw that side of him. That's like, he can really talk.
She's my accountant now.
Yeah.
So what do you do for a living then?
I work for Wells Fargo. I'm a banker. Commercial banking. I'm in the commercial banking market. So we deal with, actually we deal with almost any customer now, but usually if it's over, we deal with the corporations. We might look at a mom and pop business, there's potential in it, but we're looking for big deals, especially credit deals.
With like loans?
Loans, lines of credit. You know, we want things that are over 20 million. We want to get stuff that's in 50, 100 million range. We also want the treasury, which is the checking and savings and the payroll, and then we have international business, and we have an international department that will handle that. So depending on how big the customer is, if they're a global customer, even better for us, because we can get them into all different areas of the bank.
Wow.
So mostly my customers are based right where I work, you know, in that general San Gabriel Valley area. But what has happened is that some of those customers have merged with other companies.
Okay.
So one of my customers is based in Reno now.
Oh wow.
I have another one based in Tennessee, and another one in Denver. And I had to go out there and visit them when I became one of the reps on their accounts. So that's the only travel I have, really. Most of the time it's just I can just drive to their office from work and visit them for lunch or something. But they're really focusing now. They really want us to be in front of the customer now. They want us to engage in, with them, become more attached to them, find out more about their business, so we can sell more to them.
What do you guys sell in banking?
Banking products.
Oh.
Like a loan is a product. So you sell them a
okay.
loan, you sell them a credit card, or you sell them the credit card product. Like when you go to a grocery store and you pay with your ATM card or your debit card or your credit card,
that whole process is called merchant services, and we have that product, so we can enable our customers to take in credit card transactions.
Okay. I was like, geez, you guys sell.
Money.
So basically, we sell. Really, what we sell is service. You know,
Yeah.
that's all. That's what it boils down to.
Let us hold your money
Yeah.
and do stuff with it, and then you get interest back.
Wells
Well,
Fargo is
also-
considered one of the most expensive banks as well, but we're one of the strongest banks in the world.
Oh wow.
We're one of the only banks that survived.
Did they merge with J.P. Morgan?
No, that was JP. That was well, that was Washington Mutual merged with JP Morgan, and Chase Bank. Somehow they all came
Okay.
together, but it's Chase now.
Oh.
I noticed you guys have Kaiser out here.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm with Kaiser.
Yeah.
I was surprised. So I can move out
Kaiser
here and
here
get covered.
sucks.
Yeah.
Does it?
Well, some people like it though
Well,
because
you know,
it's central.
I used to hear the same thing in LA because I have Kaiser South. Actually, it's northern. It used to be North California Kaiser and South California Kaiser, but now they merged, so it's one Kaiser now. But I used to hear the same horror stories about Kaiser, and then I
heard them too,
I
yeah.
had the brain hemorrhage.
No,
and I
they
was in the
said
hospital
really-
for 2 weeks,
What
and
caused that?
it was random. It was a random.
They don't
disease.
know.
They don't know.
Wow.
So I was
The
stuck in the
stress.
hospital, and he was. I mean, I had 24-hour care. I had
Yeah,
doctors
no, it
in
was
my
really
office
good, and it was very-
all day long, in and out. Nurse care 24/7.
Oh wow.
It was
I had
also
my own private room, my own private bathroom. Even though I couldn't use the bathroom, I couldn't even get out of bed for 2 weeks. They didn't know what was happening because they didn't have the equipment to test me. So they take me. I get shipped in an ambulance 2 blocks away to the Antelope Valley Hospital, where they say, okay, well, you're going to do an MRI and
a spinal tap.
And at this
Oh.
point, I was in so much freaking pain. I didn't care. I didn't
Yeah.
find out what's going on. Do what you need to do. I didn't care anymore. And I was being.
What was hurting your head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just felt like somebody was drilling into my head. So then they did the MRI and they found
Okay.
blood.
They were unwrapping the
literally
stuff
ready
to do the spinal tap.
Oh, so they never
Which I
did.
never knew. Yeah, he got spared that at least.
Once they realized what the issue was, what was causing it,
Yeah.
everything went fast forward at that point. Like, we need to get you to Kaiser in Hollywood. 'Cause that's where the
It wasn't so fast forward.
neurologists are.
Okay.
Yeah, they
So
had.
they pumped me up with Dilaudid,
Go play in the yard, okay?
and I fell asleep in the ambulance. And then like 2 hours later, I woke up in the emergency in Hollywood.
Okay.
And then my parents were there, I think. Or,
No,
they
at that
weren't
point. No, they just sent you to your room that night, and the next morning they put it in. It wasn't fast forward. He was in the emergency room in Antelope Valley for like hours, and they had to wait for a bed to open up in Hollywood before they could send him there. And so it was like he didn't get there till 10
He was
o'clock
probably
at night.
knocked out and didn't
Yeah,
realize.
yeah.
But you're sitting on the side going, God, fucking
Yeah,
what's
it was.
taking so long? You
You know
know?
what?
So-
It was still light out when I
No, it
got in the
wasn't.
ambulance.
No, it wasn't. Well, it was in June, so
It
you
was
may
still
be
light
right,
out.
because it was like this
Because-
was summer solstice weekend, so it was like it could have been still light out at like 9.
9?
Yeah, no. At LA it can. Well, maybe more like 8:30. But then it's a long drive. I remember not getting there till 10 at night when I went to Hollywood to see, and I
That
had
would be right because 8
Yeah.
is still daylight during that time.
right, so that could be true.
So I remember being wheeled out in the stretcher from the hospital to the ambulance and talking to the guy that was going to sit by me all full drive up.
Oh, wow.
He was asking me a bunch of questions. He was very good looking.
Yeah, I remember that you saying that. Yeah.
Most EMTs are. Paramedics, guys. They said most of them are good looking.
Oh.
But the next thing I know, I remember pulling out of the driveway and then I guess I passed out. And I
Yeah.
remember waking up in the emergency for a brief
You were
moment.
You were actually
I
in
was
emergency.
In and out. They said we're waiting. I don't know, something about a room, and there's.
By the time-
they told me the nurse's name that was going to oversee my initial visit there. Oh my God, he lived and he had a full life, an amazing life. He was such a fun guy. I loved taking him everywhere. He loved getting in the car, take him up to Wilderness Park for quick little stream hikes. I just loved that.
We used to make things in the hallway for him to jump over.
We used to take him. I'm thinking of another friend's dog that we used to take to Bullhead City. I think Casey went to Bullhead City a few times with my parents, because my parents would take him everywhere. He ended up being such a good dog to my parents. My parents haven't had a dog since. They've had nothing but cats.
Ooh, martini. What kind of martini is that?
Just a regular old
Just a regular, straight up?
I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy.
So if you got another dog, it's the best kind.
I don't believe in sex until like at least the third date.
Well, at least you're still dating.
Of course, I'm married, but that's also another story. That's all other story. That's old-fashioned.
So yeah,
Still doing CrossFit.
Really well.
5 to 6 days a week.
Wow, that's awesome. Must be.
I've lost 30 pounds. 30 pounds.
You know, 30 pounds.
I've gained about 15 in muscle. But I've lost, like, literally, on the scale, I've lost 30 pounds. I've gone down 4 sizes. I'm happy.
You were always pretty
I took my dog. Oh, I got heavy. He'll explain. He loves talking about when I got heavy. He'll go on for days.
Jeff wants you to know that this is going to be the last time he'll ever be here again.
Yeah, who wants to walk him down twice?
No, that was Baldy. And he hasn't been back since.
I'm retiring all these peaks. I like doing hikes with groups, but I want to be on my own.
Well, that's how I am too.
I don't want to talk, and
I mean, it
I want to
depends.
be in my music, and
I want
zoning out. Now, when I get to the top, I'll be all social butterfly, but I'm thankful for just all the wonderful friends and a loving family and good health, a good job that helps me maintain my lifestyle, and the pets in my life, like my house, living in California, staying here in California when I had opportunities to leave, and good food, lots of good food.
How did you find happiness? Seriously. What was finding happiness for you?
It's changing my mind about things.
The hell?
CrossFit.
Well, for mine it's CrossFit.
What is it for you? Hard work. Was it meditation?
No,
I would never be meditation.
accepting things the way they are, and there's some things you can't change, and there's things that you can change. Knowing the difference.
Right. There we go. And that made you happy.
I used to get depressed when I used to watch the news. Like,
Oh, yeah.
what's all this shit happening
Right.
around the world? I realized I can't get stressed out and bothered over that. I mean, yeah, I'm worried about it, but at the same time, there's little I can do about what happens on the other side of the planet. I just worry about myself and try to make changes here. Maybe someday they'll reach the other side of the planet. Oh my god, my body hurts.
Really?
Oh, well, I had to do like 90 wall ball, 100 wall ball.
Oh, from
100
yesterday's
push-ups,
workup. Okay, I thought you meant
and
from
then
doing this.
400 meter runs. My whole body's killing me right now. And then I had to do this hike today.
Okay, I thought you meant just from this hike. And I'm like, really?
No, it's starting to kick in right now.
My God. Yes. Sweetie, I thought I asked them if you're coming, and they said no.
My travel plans, I was in Tennessee. I got back last night. Originally, I was supposed to get back today, this evening.
Yeah?
But I had it changed so I could make it to the party.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Oh,
It
just
was
to
work
come to the
related. It was work related, so I had the option to change it. I bought tomato plants, and they're about this tall now. And they're like super dark green, and they're covered with buds right now. Wow. And there are 3 of them Amish tomatoes. See, one container had 3 little plants in it. I thought it only had 1, but it had 3 plants in it. So I separated all 3 of them.
Wow.
And they all just took off on their own. So now I have 5 Amish tomato plants. They're all about this tall. And they're all covered with buds, and some have like little tiny green tomatoes on them. Have you ever had an Amish tomato?
No, I've never heard of it.
Well, it helps me deal with the stress of being in the plane for so long.
Oh, I know you stressed out with being in the plane.
I just don't. I get like tired of being in the plane. I just keeps me from getting it. You know, it's overexcited. No, I don't even know how excited is that the word. Just I'm extremely bored and fidgety and like every time I do something with you, if you make a mistake, it impacts me every single time.
Yeah.
No impact on you, even though it was your mistake.
But what wasn't in that tray?
Meat. It was raviolis that tasted like cardboard. Probably, I didn't taste them, period. It was nothing.
Excuse me. Yeah, I called and I was like, oh, can I get a vegetarian meal? Because I was trying to figure out my ticket, but I forgot that I would also make, yes.
Jeff is happy again. He got his meat.
Poultry. Chicken.
Oh my gosh, delish.
Oh, that's good. Smells good.
Wow. Tasty.
And he didn't trust this stewardess.
I could have sworn she was going to forget.
But she came through.
She remembered me.
Is that still LA time?
Yeah.
You don't know how much heat I generate. I sleep naked every night now.
Yeah.
I'm getting shin splints again in this leg.
Yeah.
I might have them rolled out.
What does that mean to have them rolled out?
Well, you go to a chiropractor and they kind of like take this this hard plastic tube and they can just roll out the shin splints.
Yeah. So what does it mean? They just get really tight then?
No, it's actually your bone splintering.
Oh, really? I thought that was muscle.
No, it's the bone. No, it has nothing to do with the muscle. It has everything to do
but
with the
why
bone.
does it help to have them rolled out then?
It just, I don't know, but that's the cure for it. That's what they go in. That's how they So then I was practicing muscle ups at the gym earlier. Or was it late last year? It was last year. And I did something to it, practicing muscle ups. So I ignored it, thinking it'll just go away by itself. And it was also during the time where my weight was increasing, and I was pushing myself.
Yeah.
So then, I was causing more damage without realizing it.
Sure.
So I finally went in, had an MRI done. The lady goes, the technician, she goes, "You pulled your arm out of the socket, didn't you?" I go, "Yep." She goes, I can see, and she goes, "You probably put it back in yourself." She goes, "We can see that."
Yeah, but I remember the story. It actually went back. You tried to and you couldn't, and it went back on its own.
Well, first of all, my arm was behind me.
Right.
So I finally got it in front of me. And then I finally got it like where it was in front of me like this, but it still wasn't connecting in here.
Yeah.
And I still had no feeling and no sensation in my arm.
Yeah.
And then as I sat there wondering what I was going to do, it just snapped back in by itself after that.
Yeah.
When that snapped back in, was that like a lot of pain when it
No,
snapped?
it felt great. It was like orgasm.
Okay.
Yeah, because before it snaps in, it's probably like grating.
Yeah.
And then, but it's amazing.
So I had a labrium tear and something with my tendon. tendons and rotator cuff rip or something.
And what did they do to treat that? Just let it heal on its
Well,
own?
I got an injection. I forgot what the injection was. They injected something straight into the joint there. And that improved me immediately.
What do you fill out when you fill out a survey? How do you identify yourself when you fill out a survey?
White.
But yeah,
You do?
ethnically,
Yeah, that's how I know myself.
Right. No, that's what I figured. That's why I asked if you.
If it does have an option, because sometimes actually, now I'm starting to see mixed white Latin or Hispanic.
Yeah.
I'll choose that.
Okay.
If it's available, I'll choose
Right,
that.
right.
It's more accurate. I just pick what's the most accurate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cuevas, Portuguese. Is your blood Spain, Spanish, Portuguese, or
Well, it's from Spain, but
not so much from
it's
Cuba,
from
because they can't get
it's
out.
from Mexico. My ancestors are from Spain, but they came to Mexico.
But also
They
some.
migrated to Mexico. They lived there for a few generations, and then
You
they.
must have some.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It looks like you have some Native American in you.
So
Mexican. Well, Native American means
Most Mexicans are mixed.
going across.
There's very little migration from Cuba now.
People now it's not bad. It's actually really good.
Following those rules very closely.
Reminds me of
So now
Casa
the bears
Robles. The smell,
are no longer used to that.
or Napa.
There was a time
What do you think? Do you think it's good?
maybe 15 years ago.
I can't use that anymore, Tom.
The bears got used to taking
We're definitely used to better.
Now they've
This
put
one
in
too.
place rules where we're using the bear can.
Why are you just taking a picture?
Why?
Why are you just staying there? Why are you just?
Because I know I need to get long shots. When I edit videos, I realize how quick my shots and unusable they are. Jeff wouldn't be caught dead owning a pair of those.
I have to go across the world in order to wear these. I would never wear them anywhere in the United States.
Yeah.
Ever. Never.
So you were like standing on the bed. I imagine us having a bigger room. You love how what?
I just loved how I found this right away. Can't even put it in your without
I know.
I just grew up hating it. I mean, everyone I knew just hated the rain. I mean, you couldn't play outside, and I mean, I grew up in a community where the kids played outside all day long. I have twitches all over my feet right now. My knee is acting up. I didn't give a shit.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
No, I wasn't put on this earth to like coddle and
Yeah.
oh, my poor knee, my poor toe, my poor pinky. I can't go on. I need to take a shuttle. Before you got here, when I was here by myself, and the cat came over here, and
Yeah.
I was talking to a little boy, a little Italian boy, a real boy, not a young man.
Yeah. For some reason, I understood that. I was
And then I looked up right here, like this scene that you captured and zeroed in on it. I was already just like in awe of it. You could just see the clumps of snow up there, like
Yeah.
over on this shelf over here, shoulder. It just
Yeah.
and the clouds wrapped around it. Just
Yeah.
it was just amazing.
Jeff turns 50 in 4 weeks.
Uh-huh.
Are you doing anything for him?
He doesn't like anything being done for his birthday. I would. But he doesn't want to do. Jeff, you don't want to do anything for your birthday, right?
No.
I told
When
you.
you're in town, you want to come over for dinner if we're in town? Just dinner?
Maybe.
Okay. We'll
Let me see
play
what-
by ear.
The only reason why I haven't planned anything is because they're waiting for my mom and dad.
Oh.
This is what they say. Because 40th birthday, we just all went out as a family. When I turned 40, and next year we did the same thing for my brother when he turned 40. And then my sister turned 40, we did the same thing. Went to the same restaurant, had the same group of people. So I don't know if they want to do that this time around. If they do, what is that mountain?
We know.
Which way are we going back? Are we backtracking?
I guess we have to. I'm asking. I'm letting you guys be my guide.
I don't. It doesn't look safe.
I think we should just see the trails right there.
Put it together.
It's one of my favorite places.
Right here, this moment. I should film this.
I love the energy. Yeah. And the bells. Not so bad smelling.
Actually, the little shuttle that, I guess the shuttle that picked up our stuff, I saw that one. That's what I reckon. Well, I recognized the name of the hotel when I walked up.
Yeah.
I never even looked at the map or read any of the details.
Wow.
I just.
No, I know that's the thing with you. Like, Tom didn't ask that. Like, does he know how he's going? Like, I'm like, I just know you will know how to get there.
And then when I got up off the trail, this was the first hotel I saw. I go, that's it. I remember that name.
Yeah.
And I walked in, and I go, "What's Sherpa?" And she didn't really see me at first. She goes, "Oh, okay, let me look here." And I go, "Well," "this may not be the place then." She goes, "No, here you are, Sherpa." She goes, "What's your name?" Did you go up the glass elevator?
Yeah, I like that glass elevator.
Yeah, that's one of the nicest ones I've seen.
Just ruined my shot, Jeff.
What?
You just ruined my shot.
I enhanced it. No, I ruined his shot of you.
No. Jeff ruined it.
Oh, I enhanced it. Here?
Yeah.
Smile. The storm clouds are coming in.
I'm looking down a glacier. Well, I can't see it, but I can see clouds. I can see you can't see anything right now.
Isn't it? Feel how quiet it is. You can actually feel the quiet.
What's going to be interesting is what's going to be uncovered when all this melts. Like prehistoric animals and.
Well, they may not have been up this.
Yeah. It'll probably look just like that, Jeffrey. Just like where there's nothing.
All gray and dusty.
Gray and dusty and rain. Just rocks.
Where's the glacier? I built this photo album incorrectly. Damn it. There's so many freaking
All my shots
steps.
of Jeff will be if I'm just looking at his camera. Or his phone.
They're all getting off. So we have to be thinking about it.
Yeah, definitely Mont Blanc. I would do that again.
Yeah.
It's more challenging, so you probably got a better workout too.
I mean, I would like to do something different next time. I don't want to
Yeah.
repeat.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna go out, travel that far.
No, I agree.
And pay that kind of money, you want to do something new
Have you
each
been
time
to
you go
Mount
out.
Fuji? I heard some of it was
So.
Well, I'm on the fence about doing the marathon. This is the first.
Nobody's-
This is the closest.
nobody's
This is the
been there
closest.
I'm just impressed he did 10 miles.
I'm still
He didn't
impressed.
practice for it.
He just shot out of the cannon and ran 10 miles.
Yeah, but he also hiked
That's
up
Jeffrey.
the step thing. Didn't you do the step thing too?
Yeah.
The other day?
74 floors. Yesterday.
Yeah,
74
yesterday.
floors.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And I did it and I was sick too.
Were you sick from
Yes.
it? Yeah.
I had called in sick work a few
Oh.
days before, and I was like, oh God, I'm committed to doing this, and everybody's like, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I feel like crap, but I just like, I do, it's what I do, I just bite the bullet and just
Do it.
power through it. That's all I did was power through it.
Good for you.
And
Where
I did
was
it.
this?
The U.S. Bank building in downtown Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And
Were
was
there
it-
other people walking up too?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a YMC. It's once a year. The YMC sponsors it, and Wells Fargo is the largest sponsor. And Wells Fargo tries to get the largest team, and they pay for our registration and everything. And there was about probably 100 of us from Wells Fargo that
And are
did
you
it.
raising money for charity?
Well, Wells Fargo pays for it.
How does everybody get into the stairwell?
They release.
They go fire.
They release you one at a time. Every 15 seconds, they
Okay.
release someone into the stairwell.
Oh, that must feel like weird feeling. Oh, they're coming up behind me. They're coming up behind me.
Gotta keep going.
I was
What if somebody's
probably
trying to go
by
down?
myself
Yeah.
most of the time in the stairwell.
Yeah.
I felt like I did a solo run.
What?
Well, you
only
go up
only
fast.
2 people passed me.
Because you were
Yeah.
ahead of everyone?
Because
Well, you didn't
I
pass.
actually kept passing people. And there were 2 occasions 2 people passed me, but for the most part, you're by yourself, unless you are with someone.
Unless you're slow.
Yeah, and you have lots of
Unless
company.
You got a lot of company.
It took me 18 minutes to get to the top. Last year it took me 17 minutes. So
18 minutes to go, how many?
74 floors.
Wow.
Wow.
Not me, boy.
Me either. I was 18 minutes to get to the
Were
floor.
you running every other stair, or
I
did
was
you?
doing 2 steps. Every
1 minute per floor.
Sandy?
Most of the time I was doing
And you
double
don't know
steps.
what charities
Okay.
benefit? Is it for charity?
It's YMCA.
Oh,
YMCA. It
it's
goes to the
YMCA.
YMCA.
That's
And then
awesome.
they just,
That's a great challenge. Because it's exciting and it only takes 18 minutes.
For him.
You know, it's not like the marathon where you have to dedicate a whole day. You're like, all right.
Yeah.
By the way, he turns 50 tomorrow.
Oh, oh my.
the big 5-0.
Yeah. And there's no party?
This is it tonight.
No, this is Margot's party, not mine.
Yeah.
He's going to another party afterwards.
Are you going out with your parents tomorrow?
No.
So, what are you going to do? Or you don't know? It's just
Stay
another
by
day.
myself, just another day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't you run the 10
It's not
miles
that
of
bad,
Mike on the
Jeff. It
boardwalk?
really isn't. It really isn't. You don't have to go in the morning,
all about
okay?
it.
I went into
Just another
depression when I turned 60.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what you'll hear if you call him and wish him happy birthday.
I was at the barber shop today, and the barber who did my hair, he's the father of one of the
What
sons
hair?
Yeah, I was going to say, what were you doing?
I had a buzz. I go in there and I have it buzzed out.
Yeah, okay.
So it was the dad cut my hair, and he has this special little section in the back of the barber shop that's all his. So, he's shaving my head, and he's like, so are you single? Are you married? I go, no, I'm single. He goes, oh, okay. Well, sometimes that's better. 'Cause you don't want to get married. Too many problems. Too many problems. And he goes, do you have a girlfriend? I go, no. I don't even have that.
Oh, I hate this question.
I know. I was like, oh God, I hate
Here
this.
we go.
I hate this type of questioning. And he goes, well, how old are you? I go, I'm 50. He goes, what?
Yeah, you look so young.
He's just like, I mean, I literally could see his face, just like in total shock. He goes, I thought my son Jerry, who was just on another station, who's a worker there. He goes, I thought Jerry was older than you, and Jerry's in his early 30s.
Yeah, you could definitely
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm like,
Not bad. Jerry must look pretty bad.
So now
Jerry's let himself go.
Yes.
Jerry's a sweet guy,
So now
but
he's going to set you up with his daughter.
Yeah.
well, actually, he doesn't have a daughter. He just has the one son,
Oh,
Jerry.
that's good.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, that's good.
And Jerry's not that faithful.
Oh, God. Okay.
Jerry has told me me a lot of stories about himself over the years.
Wow.
When I say go light, I don't mean weight. They just do lesser strenuous stuff for the first 3 months because they really want them to learn the foundations first. So like, you know, how to lift weights and deadlift so you don't fuck up your back or anything. So they go through a 3 month, they go through a 3 month, sort of like a training period.
Yeah.
In CrossFit, they don't have, they have what they call foundations, which is 4 sessions, 1 hour sessions, no, 3 sessions. So you come in 3 consecutive days, an hour each day, and they go over all the basics, which is what they call the foundations. And they really drill that into you. But it's only 3 hours, 3 days.
Yeah.
Where Kevin's foundation class was over a 3 month period where they actually were using, you know, they would actually use the toys. We call them toys.
And does he go as frequently as you go?
Well, he was only going 3 days because that's what this class required.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, you go like
I go
5
6 days.
Yeah.
6 days a week, which I'm thinking now taking a day off in the middle of the week because I was reading up on, you know, on fitness training and how the body does require you to rest. I mean, if you're gonna do weights and all that stuff, you have to let the body rest.
Right.
Or you know, you won't build any muscle. You won't build proper muscles. Actually, I was tired before we even started.
Yeah.
I was like in the middle of my errands yesterday, and I completely forgot about the downtown pub crawl until like late morning, early afternoon, and then I got a reminder on Facebook about it, but I just assumed, okay, it's going to be later tonight. I forgot what time it was, and so I was doing all my errands, and I was, you know, out and about, and then Rich calls me, and, you know, he tells me, well, you know, I'm going to get ready to leave in about an hour or so. Did you want to join me? Come here, we can just Uber it, or take the train, or a combination of both.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, God. At that point, I'm like, I almost bailed.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I can do this. Let me think. I didn't say, what I did tell him was that I probably end up getting there late.
Yeah.
And that I'll have to catch up with them. But then as I was saying that to him, I was thinking about, well, you know what? I don't have to do all these other errands that I had planned to do. So I go, let me call you back in 30 minutes. So I ran home and threw myself together, called him up, and said, yeah, I'll be down. I'm coming. I'll go up with you.
Is that why you guys were like?
But I was so tired. Even I got home, I had to wash my face so I could wake up. Because I had did a workout that morning. I kept on breaking off with Kevin. So Kevin and I are like, I don't know, we're like kindred spirits, I think. I mean, when it
comes to that, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I've seen that.
And we're like two social butterflies just all over the place in every bar. We're always like, and then the
other person,
Mattachine is like one of my favorite all-time bars. I love that place.
Yeah.
And they have an upstairs, and they have a little bar there. And this guy, he's a white guy, kind of a scruffy-looking, short white guy, but a body like he was shirtless, serving drinks, and he had a hairy chest, and he was a redhead. He was a ginger. So, but not like a really redhead. I mean, he was like, it was sort of like almost brown.
Yeah.
But he's definitely a redhead. But he was hot, and he had this old porn star 70s mustache going on there, and
like that one guy
really
from
thick.
Glendora.
Like, wow, this guy's hot. So we kept on going up there to check him out, and they had some cute bar backs too. Yeah, and then Kevin just like, all of a sudden I can't drink anymore. He's like, I need to go home. You can just tell. He was having a great time until he realized, I need to go now.
Yeah.
I can tell if he took one more sip, he probably would have thrown up.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to throw up this morning when I woke up at David's house. Oh, this place is really, really nice. It's such a bank. Every inch of it is about bringing in new customers and bringing on additional business. It's not just bringing in customers. Once you have the new customers, what you want to do is you want to continue selling them new products.
Yeah.
And that's why we have global banking, because a lot of our customers are, they want to start, they want to open up businesses in other countries. So we had to get into that business as well in order to, meet our customers' needs. Also, it's also very profitable too, because our international products are expensive.
See my new little friend? He's not a garter snake. He's something else.
That's where you discover he's poisonous. Now, is that a baby or full-grown
No, there's
snake?
only one poisonous snake in California. That's a rattlesnake.
I've seen a coral snake.
They're not here. You probably saw something else. There. He's so pretty. All right, snake, get off the trail. There's cyclists here. One of the reasons why I even started hiking was to start getting some exercise. So it really was about trying to get in shape, but I knew that it wasn't the whole complete package, because I wasn't doing any upper body strength stuff. So I knew that I would at least get like strong legs, and I was satisfied with that idea. But then, and the hiking, the thrill hiking took over for a while. And then when the backpacking came in, there was great joy in that as well. That always, the one thing that I found very difficult with backpacking was logistics, so the preparation.
Right.
That always stressed me out to the point where sometimes I just wanted to cancel.
Yeah.
At the last minute. But I always power through. It's all about powering through. Your fears, your aches, and your pains. I mean, my weekends now are so full of other activities. I have CrossFit Saturday mornings, I get a good workout, and then I get things done all day because I had waken up early that morning instead of sleeping until like noon.
Yeah.
Hi. And then Sunday is my sleep-in day, rest day. Wednesdays and Sundays are my rest days now. Ever since I took Wednesdays off, I've actually started to do a lot better in CrossFit.
It was on Friday, but 4 years.
No, so put them on. I'm just blind without them. Put them on.
You're looking north here.
I'd rather not have them.
No, you don't look.
Because I don't really.
He kind of looks like Malcolm X.
But I have to have them now. I mean, I can't. If I have them off, I can't read. I mean, everything's blurry. Like all you guys are all blurry.
That's where I'm at now. I'm just getting there.
What do you like to drink?
So Jeff, are you still doing CrossFit?
I was there earlier today.
In addition to the gym?
I go 5 to 6 days a week. I finally started to get back up to where I was about a year ago, because I had to scale back because I hurt my rotator cuff.
And then some old injuries started coming back. Like I won't get into details, but I hurt my ankle and I hurt my knee my mid-20s. Those injuries are starting to resurface again. So I had to readjust all my workouts. But the changes I made have really worked. So I'm starting to like lift heavier weight now without the excess pain. So I'm back on course. Finally, it took about a year to figure out all of that.
That's the part about, and tell me about the new job. How's the new job?
It's actually working out. I'm still with the bank, but I'm in a different department. I left commercial banking and went to global banking.
Get a picture of Jeff like that.
I know, I think she did.
No, I didn't.
No.
They appreciate it because who else is going to do it for them?
Oh, don't tell you again.
Oh, look, Randy. Ooh. Oh.
So there's the lava flow way out there, and then as I pan across the little section here, it goes all the way up, and then you have the lava falls up there that we're gonna head up to pretty soon. And yeah, we're gonna go see. Well, we're gonna go into that forest right there and cut across, and try to get as close to those lava falls as possible.
It's like rock-covered stick. You should like keep it on.
Happy 4th of July, everyone. All right. Little shuttle catch.
Wow.
I want to be able to go to a gay bar. And if I'm cruising someone, I want to know that they're gay. I don't want to find out they're
No, it's
straight.
different if you're cruising. No, if you're cruising.
Well, even if
for
I'm
sex,
just looking at
that's
someone at a
different.
gay bar, I just want to I want to keep the fantasy alive.
No, but I thought that's what the internet
I don't
did.
want them.
I thought that's what the internet
I don't
did these
mind.
days.
Ultimately, I don't mind who hangs out at a gay bar as long as they're just cool with everything that's going
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
They're having a good time.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is, the thing for me is like going to the beach is like no big deal, but once I get there,
Right.
I'm like, it's becomes heaven.
Yeah, well, that's how it was for me today, too.
And I forget that all the time, but
Yeah. I mean, I don't feel the same because I do the beach bike ride. I have no desire to get in the water in LA beaches. But this
I
is
know,
just so
and that's
nice.
why the reason why, because LA beaches are all polluted and they're cold
Right.
and they're
Right,
they're
and they're
contaminated,
stony,
and that's
yeah.
why I don't desire. That's why I have no desire to get into them. Like when we used to go backpacking, I was all into the streams and the lakes.
Yeah.
Because I knew they were pretty clean.
Right,
You know,
right.
They weren't contaminated like the
But this
Southern
is
California
just
coast.
so nice.
But you come here and you just go in the water. It's like bath water almost.
Yeah.
And then it's so blue and clear.
Actually, it doesn't look too bad to cross. But you have to keep your shoes on. I don't want to get them wet. What? Oh. Vaguely. Any better views from that there? Yeah.
I'm headed back, so I'll take the keys.
Why don't you visit with us for a little bit? Did you already eat
I'm
their
looking
lunch?
forward to that hike back up.
Oh.
I want to get that over with like now.
Okay.